Yeah, but mountains are there to be climbed, aren't they?
Is there any chance for United, Ria?
There's always a chance. It's football.
Well, it looks like mission impossible for Manchester United with at least 2 goals needed tonight. And there's a back ball. Here's the chance.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel, and we're back with Project Manchester on Football Manager 2020. We have an exciting and long video ahead in this episode because we are entering December, the month of holiday fixtures and exciting changes to the table. So we begin by getting some good news from the board as they offer us a higher transfer fund, and we can use it to our benefit, and we will in this episode. We have about $40 million more because I'm an idiot and haven't changed the currency in this game yet, but it is what it is. We move on to our first match of December, which is against Burnley. They stick with a conventional 4-4-2, but we stick with our trusty 1-2-3 formation. Wow, my brain is working well today. Anyway, we have Tagliafico in the left back position, but we also have our youngster Pujmal, who's coming in for the injured Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Pretty much the team stays the same otherwise because we rely on our starting 11 for most of these matches because it's December and we do need to rotate a lot of players, and we want to win as many points as possible to push for the top 4 spots. So first half was pretty bland. It was a 0-0 draw, and I was starting to get a little anxious and a little worried. So I decided to make my thoughts heard to the players by demanding more from them, and I give them again the hairdryer treatment because we cannot be slipping points against a team like Burnley, who are further down the table compared to us, and we want to win the maximum points available. So a little tactical switch up with Bruno Fernandes going on the right wing position and bringing on Van de Beek for Mason Greenwood. I want to rotate the squad as much as possible and also keep as many people fit as possible. So giving Pogba a more free role, doing what he's best, such as dribbling and shooting. So I hoped that would make a difference. Nothing much came of it, so I decided to rely on Odion Ighalo in the front, and I tell him to show something out there and that I have faith in him. And then this happens. A great goal. What a substitution from myself. I'm happy to see that we go up 1-0 from a free kick. Bruno does well, hits the post I believe, or the goalkeeper saves it, and then Odion Ighalo is there to pick up the scraps and slot it in. It seems like the goalkeeper blocked it because goal line technology is introduced, and they are saying no goal from the free kick. Anyway, we lead 1-0, and then a nasty challenge from Pujmal gets him a sending off. Quick return to the showers for him, and this causes more headaches for me as I decide who I should bring off to bolster up the defense. So I decide to bring Fernand back on the bench and bring Lindelöf in to fill in the open defender spot. And the 10 men United are beaten again, as in the 93rd minute, just before full time, Burnley come back and hit us where it hurts the most, really. Poor defending from us leaves the Burnley player open, and they equalize just before full time, and it's a draw. Pretty much dominant for most part of the match, but sadly seeing a 1-1 draw is not good enough for me, so I tried to give them a stern idea of what I expect from them for the rest of the month, and I give them the hairdryer treatment. Anyway, moving on, we can't dwell on the failure of the Burnley game too much, so we move on to the FA Cup draw for the following year. So around February or January, the FA Cup fixtures will begin, and we draw up against Cheltenham in League 2. So that is our draw, and we're up against a strong League 2 side, hoping to get a win in our first knockout round match in the FA Cup. Bai is slowly coming back to fitness, but still our injury list is way too long with very popular names included in them. So we're hoping for some recuperations and players coming back to fitness. Now, important game against Tottenham Hotspur. They're in 6th position, I believe, and I'm hoping to get a win over them to extend our gap in the front of the table or on the top of the table. Again, relying on our trusty system, Pujmal coming in the right back, Tagliafico in left back, but then I make a switch of Juan Mata instead of Mason Greenwood on the right wing, hoping that Mata can provide some exciting games ahead. So, first half goes by, we are slightly dominant, but it's still a fairly even match between Spurs and us. And then Harry Kane strikes in the 43rd minute to give Tottenham Hotspur the lead and gives us more pressure to get a draw or a win. So I don't know. I'm scratching my head here, wondering what I can do to, really open up the Spurs side. Harry Kane just skims past Tuanzebe and he scores the goal in the first half. Fairly evenly matched at halftime, and I tell the players that I really expect more from them. I'm just getting sick of this poor performance from the boys, so I'm hoping that my real aggression shows the desire that I want from the boys. So Diogo Jota coming on for Marcus Rashford in the beginning of the second half, and then by the 80th minute I don't see anything happening, so I try to bring in Van de Beek and I bring off Bruno Fernandes, giving him a little rest, giving Pogba the role that he wants, dribbling more and shooting more often. So I'm hoping that he can spark some creativity, but sadly we lose and Jose's laughing. Yeah, Jose got the last laugh on that one, and yeah, I really don't know what to say. I am ashamed. So go back to the drawing board and decide if I can do anything to fix this debacle of a losing streak, or rather a non-winning streak. So I tried to get a 4-3-3 formation going, but instead of forwards I want the wingers, so try to find a way to incorporate wings and a solid central midfield. So I slowly begin to drum up this plan of a tight midfield with Pogba, Bruno, and McTominay, and then with the wings open for multiple players to play in. And I tried this formation out against Crystal Palace, and this is how it looks. David De Gea in goal, Tagliafico, Maguire, Lindelöf, and Tuanzebe in the back, Van de Beek, McTominay, and Fred in the middle, Lingard and Jota on either side of the wings, and Odion Igalo up top. So it's pretty B-team-esque considering the A-team that I have, but of course I need to rotate a lot of players in this holiday month. So first half goes by, dominant half, but we still can't find a goal and it's tied at halftime. I continue on this journey of aggressive team talks, hoping that it sparks some kind of resistance from the players and some improvement. And there we go, Fred with the first call, getting a goal, and it was fantastic. Really well played. Great ball into Fred from, I believe, McTominay. Fred takes the shot, hits the goalkeeper, and takes the rebound and taps it in. So, a good lead, but I expect more. Hoping that a second goal comes. Here comes a corner. It's a nice passing from the boys to keep possession, and boom, Jesse Lingard out of nowhere turns the defender and slots it into the bottom right-hand corner. It was great play, keeping possession well, and Jesse Lingard having a crack at it. Great turn and a great goal indeed. 2-0, and I'm expecting a little more, hoping that a third comes, so I decide to make some changes, give some players some rest time. McTominay coming off and putting on Phil Jones, but I don't think I do because I'm trying to see if Phil Jones fits anywhere. I decide to bring Lingard back, and in the end I decide on Mason Greenwood to slot in at the right wing, giving McTominay a little break. So, proceeding with the game. Great pass over to Tagliafico, and out of nowhere he drills one to the bottom right hand corner, straight across goal. First goal for United too, I think, now that I think of it, and I couldn't have asked for a better goal, and I'm sure he expected nothing less from his display today, and it was a great display, and I decide that it's time for him to come off as well, just to give him a little rest and give Williams a try to be match fit as well. So Brandon Williams comes on for Tagliafico, and I decide to make one last change with Juan Mata in the middle just to maintain composure in the central midfield so that we don't lose possession and concede in the final minutes of the game. And nevertheless, we end the game 3-0, and it's a great win for us. I believe, I'm not sure. Anyway, what am I trying to say here? Well, it was a good game, and I tried to assertively tell the boys this is more of what I want to see from them. And after that, we are still in 3rd place on the league table. Not good enough. We want to be in the top 2 by now, but it is what it is, as I say again. Luke Shaw is slowly getting back up to fitness. But Dan James gets a serious injury. 5 months out, which means he's out for the rest of the season, most likely. So I decided to tell him that he should focus on his rehabilitation and getting well phase. But it's a bummer. So, looking to invest the 40 million that we got from the board, and I decided to spend it on Alfredo Morelos, a great young 23-year-old striker from Colombia who's playing for Rangers, and he's been outstanding in the Europa League. So I decided to make a bid for him and seeing if that materializes. So moving on into our final Europa League game, we have already qualified and we're going to be runners-up in the group, but we still want to get a good game in, especially for those fringe players in the squad. So this is the squad: Romero in, Williams in and left back, Jones coming in the central midfield, central defending position to see if he can do anything. Jesse Lingard and Diogo Jota up top as well on the wings, and then of course relying on Odion Igalo to give us the goals, hopefully, up top as striker. So against Romanian side Cluj, I don't know if that's how you say their team name, but it is what it is. Again. Great start in the first half as Odion Igalo gets the goal from a free kick, almost from the corner flag, but great delivery in to find Odion Igalo, who heads it into the goal, just hits the crossbar and in. And we're in the lead at halftime, so it's a good sight to see. Dominant in the first half as well, so I tried to encourage the boys to continue on that road and that we should bag more goals that way. So into the second half, around 60th minute, I decided to make more changes to give some players a rest, give others a chance to prove themselves on the pitch. So I bring Pujmal up to central midfield, giving him a more attacking role here in the center midfield. And then I decided to bring in another defender into the fray. I believe I bring on Luke Shaw and then bringing Brandon Williams over to the right. Because we know that he can play that position somewhat, and he'll adapt to it more easily. And then we get another goal from Jesse Lingard. Great way into the penalty box to beat the defender and slot it in past the goalkeeper. It was a good showing from the boys, and we're slowly building a stronger lead, which is quite satisfying to say the least. Despite this being a easy match, more of a friendly match than a competition, I still expect a lot from the boys. So making more changes here, Jesse Lingard coming off for Juan Mata, and then I also decided to bring on Martial, I believe. Juan Mata with a stunning free kick as soon as I bring him on to make it 3-0 for United. I'm just speechless. A stunning free kick to whip the ball into the top right hand corner, and we win the match 3-0. Dominant side United, and this is more of what I want to see in the Premier League. So letting the boys know that this was a good performance, and I hope to see more of it. I really do. Moving on, I finally find an agreement with Rangers for Morelos, so I'm hoping that materializes, although we do have to be careful with the work permit issue, so it's a bit of a worry. But Arsenal are here. Arsenal are sitting in top 2, so they're second place. We are sitting in 5th, so we're dropping as other teams play their games, and they have games in hand. So hoping that a good result here can bring us closer to the top 2 positions and also into the top 4. This is the team we go for. Our new tactic of the 4-3-3 adjusted. We rely on our starting 11, especially since Pujmal is out. So I decide to bring in Tuanzebe in the right back position and bring in Lindelöf in the central back position. So hoping that this team can prove to me that they're the starting 11 squad. So I'm hoping a good result against Arsenal. Game starts off pretty easily, but it's also a difficult one tactically. So Arsenal do get the ball a lot, and this opportunity gives them a penalty. I'm a bit disappointed in Tagliafico, but nothing to do about it. David De Gea is easily beaten, and it's a goal for Nicolas Pepe, and Arsenal lead. 1-0 down in the first half is always bad, and I'm hoping for a response, and halftime rolls around, I think, but no. I think halftime might be a good time to reorganize, but the boys immediately from kickoff decide to respond, and what a showing from the boys to get possession back. Greenwood making a run, but loses possession, but there's a mistake from the Arsenal defense, and Martial passes it back to Greenwood. Greenwood strikes the ball past the keeper and into the net. Immediate response from the boys when I was waiting for halftime, setting up my halftime notes on the bench, but they respond and we make a 1-1 just before halftime, and it's a great response from the boys. Halftime rolls around 1-1 between Arsenal and United, so I'm hoping that we can still find that one goal to give us the victory, and I tell the players that this is important, that they should leave everything on the pitch and they should work for that final goal. So making some changes to bring in new fresh legs into the game. Diogo Jota coming on for Marcus Rashford, and then by the 75th minute, 80th minute, I decide to make more changes. Fred on for McTominay to give him a break, and I decide to bring on Odion Ighalo for Martial, hoping that he can make a difference. So, trying to inspire them into performing well, but sadly, time ran out, and 1-1 draw was all we had to settle for. It's a bit of a letdown, but I tell them it was an unlucky game. They could have had a better game if luck was on our side, but 1-1 draw really doesn't separate too much between Arsenal and us. We still remain in 5th position, but we still have an opportunity to jump back into the top 4. Now we move on to the next stage of the Europa League. We're hoping for a nice easy tie in the Europa League, and here we are. We are tied up against Lazio, the Italian side. So it's a bit of a hard one to deal with, but it's a game nonetheless that we can win. Hoping for a good result in that one. Wan-Bissaka is slowly making his way back. He is ready for light training. Same with Fosu-Mensah, who just recuperated in the last episode, and he's now back in light training as well. So it's good to see players come back. Fosu-Mensah and Wan-Bissaka are slowly making it back to the first team, and we face Everton. Now, we've had a lot of draws and a loss, so I'm kind of frustrated with our tactics. It's the difficult December months, and there are a lot of games to play, and there are a lot of points to score, so I'm hoping that this game we win solidly. So, same team again, Harry Maguire and Tuanzebe in the middle, with Pujmal coming in at right back again after he served his suspension, and we rely on Ighalo up top because Martial had played a good bunch of the previous match. So, moving on, we play Everton, and we're hoping for a response from the boys to get a win. Great ball out from the keeper to be intercepted by us. Greenwood making a strong run into the middle, and a great cross in finds Greenwood again, who scores a goal to give us the lead in the 23rd minute. Greenwood finding, I believe, Rashford. Yep, Rashford, and then Rashford passes it into Greenwood, who's open and slots it in. Halftime arrives, we maintain that 1-0 lead, and we are slightly dominant, but it's a fairly evenly matched game. Hoping for a response in the second half to extend that lead further, and I let the players know that that is what I expect, and off we go in the 65th minute. Bruno finds Igalo, and Igalo slots it past Pickford to give us a second goal in the game, 2-0 to us. Great counterattack move from us, Bruno, to find Igalo. That vision was intense, insanely good, and here Igalo does not miss, and that's a 2-0 lead. Moving on, a corner from Bruno finds Igalo again as he scores the second to give us a 3-0 lead. Igalo is slowly getting into form, and he is pressuring Martial in the top spot. I'm hoping to see more from Igalo and creating this rivalry between Martial and Igalo to push each other further in the game. So we make some changes. I bring back Williams to the right back position on for Scott McTominay because I can push Puigdemont up into the midfield. So hoping that saves a bit of stamina for some other players. I also brought off Bruno Fernandes for Fred earlier in the game as well. So Van de Beek going on for Puigdemont, who is also tired, so keeping legs fresh. A nasty last man tackle on Greenwood earned Digne a red card. So, Fabian Delph. Fabian Delph gets sent off for that challenge, so it's a 10-man Everton team, and we launch a final attack. Pogba with a beauty of a strike to find the back of the net, and we lead 4-0 by the end of the match. So great counterattack, great attacking mentality, great possession play from the boys, and Pogba with a stunning strike that is out of this world to give us a 4-0 victory over Everton, and I am beyond happy. Odion Igalo getting man of the match performance. Of course, his 2 goals were stunning, and it was an overall great performance from the players, so I decided to let that feeling be heard so that it inspires them to play better in the coming games that are remaining in the game in December. Borello's work permit is denied, so I decided to appeal it and try to get a work permit for him. Tagliafico is slowly coming back into form. He is slowly getting ready to play. Our players pretty much dominate the team of the week for that week. That great display against Everton was something special. Luke Shaw is injured.
No, God!
And that really upsets us. And then we decide, oh well, it is what it is.
No, God, please, no! No!
And Brandon Williams is also injured, so we are getting frustrated in the office. But Luke Shaw is slowly getting better, and we are slowly getting happy. And Morelos finally agrees as we celebrate in our office. Yes, copyright strikes are a thing, so we do not include music. But yes, Morelos is coming in. Shaw is getting better. Brandon Williams is also getting better. All our star players are getting better and off the injury list. So a challenge, a tough challenge against Premier League leaders Liverpool. This is a must-win match, and I send out our best squad available at the time. Puigdemont in right back, and then Anthony Martial up top instead of Odion Igalo. I'm hoping Martial will perform better than Igalo, and off we go into the match. But it's Liverpool. They are known to be really good, and they are really good. Their squad is something else that Klopp created, and they take the first hit at us. Divock Origi makes it 1-0 for Liverpool in the first half, and it was pretty much in the first 5 minutes. And yeah, there was nothing I could say. Really, the defense should be doing better, and I'm trying to figure out who it was, and I failed to do so. It's 1-0 to Liverpool, and it's really annoying that they take the lead. So I decide to make my thoughts heard and let the players do the talking in the second half.
But mountains are there to be climbed, aren't they?
Is there any chance for United, Ray?
There's always a chance. It's football.
Well, it looks like mission impossible for Manchester United with at least 2 goals needed tonight. And there's a back ball, here's the chance, and he's around the goalkeeper, and he squeezed it in! And what a start that is for Manchester United! How's your bottle? Oh, he smashed it in! Penalty! It's a penalty! The situation we've got here.
So, yes, the players did do the talking in the second half, and we win against Liverpool 2-1. 3 very important points in our bag. I let the players know that this was a stunning performance, and especially from Martial, who gets the 2 goals to secure us the win. And really, it's stunning performance. This sees Arsenal overtake Liverpool to take the lead, but we're storming into the top 4 positions, beating Man City to the 4th place spot. Now we want to extend this lead in our next game against Watford, and I believe this Watford game is the last one of December. There might be one more, but yeah, the Liverpool game was our Christmas fixture, and then this one is just before the new year. So another strong squad going out to face Watford, and I'm hoping another positive result arises from this match so that we can extend our lead and extend the pressure onto the top 4 teams. So Rashford finds Tuanzebe, who just lets one crack from a center back too. This is pretty impressive. Just finds the ball and, you know, passes a straight past the keeper. The keeper tries to get a hand on it, but it's too strong for him. So really, this was something that I would expect from Pogba, but not from Tuanzebe, our center back. But we move. We still want to win this match, so 1 more goal is needed to secure us a buffer. And look at that, Greenwood just runs past a bunch of Watford players alone, really reminding us of how wonderful he is as a player and a great talent that he is. Great ball in, Messi-esque. So yeah, 2-0. Halftime approaches, those 2 goals really solidify the lead for us, and I'm pretty happy and satisfied with how the game is going. I let the players know that this was a good showing and that I expect more from them in the second half, so just to keep it going. Now we get the ball again, good interception. We did a lot of intercepting, and Bruno really finds a nice mistake from Watford to pounce on the opportunity and score us a 3rd goal. Pretty much giving pressure to the Watford defense was our key to success, and Bruno performed that very well here and gives us the goal to solidify a 3-0 victory over Watford. And we had a pretty good game. Getting 2 wins in the last 2 games was a confidence boost, and I decided to let the players know that I'm passionately happy about the results. David De Gea just missing out on the Goalkeeper of the Year award, and hopefully next year is when David De Gea will win it. Or will it be the year of Dean Henderson? Who knows? You shall see in the episodes ahead. Tuanzebe and David De Gea winning the Team of the Week accolades for the team, and pretty much our transfer window begins. December is over and January 1st comes around, and we are about to have an exciting month ahead. So at the end of this episode, we sit at 3rd spot. Arsenal and Liverpool are leading, but it is all to play for. A couple points difference between the top 4 teams. So we will face Lazio in the year ahead in the Europa League, and then also Cheltenham in the FA Cup. So this is where the episode ends. I hope you guys enjoyed this long holiday fixture video. Please leave a like, subscribe. The button is down below and it's free. Why aren't you doing it? And you can follow me on these socials here. A new Instagram is available, so follow me there to stay updated about new videos. So I hope to see you guys in January.